Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good evening. Turn that down a bit. That's a bit loud. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you all for joining me here. Good evening to people. What's up?
You've knocked my board over.
I've knocked a board over. Look at that. Gemma's been chopping the sun on there. Look. Welcome to the people on Next Up. Welcome to the people on YouTube. Sorry about the faff at the start. That was me and technology. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Stephen Mark. Good evening, Lynn Hill. Good evening, Rob Chapman. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, self-isolators. Good evening, homeschoolers, and everyone else in between. This is Gemma on keys, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Let's start the introduction.
Okay.
Let's do it, Gem. I've got my hairbrush. Come on, let's do this. Everybody, welcome. Well, you know what you say about live entertainment. That's what happens. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for joining me in the shed, as always, on a Thursday night at 8:15. Shout out to the people on Next Up. Shout out to the people on YouTube. We're streaming across platforms tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, thank you for that. She's going to grab her coffee. Come on, Gemma, hold it together. This is my big moment. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's donated in my PayPal. I will put the details up on the side there, soon as the banner's gone. It's so thank you so much. Thank you, Ross Bennett. Slick intro. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I shouldn't have done the countdown. That's my fault.
Cocky with the countdown.
I shouldn't have done the countdown.
I told you.
I know. I shouldn't have done the countdown.
Be simple.
Could have keep it simple. But thank you all for joining us. We had the clap for the NHS, obviously, wonderful, and it's gone all. There were people drumming on bins tonight, people banging spoons, like Notting Hill Carnival out there tonight, and that's wonderful. I think it's always good, isn't it, to have that clap before this? It's always good. It makes me feel like I'm actually walking on to a gig. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you had a good Easter. I hope you had a good Easter. I mean, someone said to me, "What was your Easter like?" Same as last week, mate. No, just with extra chocolate. You know what I mean? And I had a birthday. I was 41. I had 41 and 41-year-old. And basically, someone said to me, "What did you do for your 41st?" Well, we went out. We had a big night out. We went to the bins, popped down to the bins, and then had a couple of drinks down there, and then went and had a buffet off the climbing frame, which was classic. Everyone's doing it though. People having dinner at home. Victoria Midgley, she had a curry at home in Halifax the other week. Wonderful, wonderful. So, and we would have been out on Easter Sunday probably, Jem, wouldn't we? Yeah. We'd have gone for a walk or something, I reckon. But here's the thing as well. We'd have probably gone out to a farm or something. That's what you do with farm. We'd have gone to like a farm. And one near us is called a working farm. And it's quite a clever idea because you're the one doing the work. It's incredible. It's such a rip-off because you pay to go in, right? And then you pay again to feed their animals. Do you know, they're your animals. You sort that out, man. I'm not paying 35 quid to get my hand licked by a goat. I'm not... I've got no experience of farming. I'll be there in a Fred Perry and flip-flops. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I've ever milked is a joke. I can't, I deliver punchlines, not calves. Do you know what I mean? So it's always the same experience every time we go, right? It's just the same thing every time, isn't it? It's just a day of constant hand washing. Just people just paranoid. You can hear parents shouting, "Joe William, did you touch that sheep? Did you touch that sheep? If you touch that sheep, you'll be dead by Christmas." "He touched that sheep, John. Burn his clothes." And here's the other. Get back to the car. I'm scraping the dung out of a shoe with the biro from the glove box. And trying as well on the way home, trying to explain to a 4-year-old, right, that she is not traumatised by seeing a giant erect horse penis. That is, I How do you explain that to a toddler? Daddy, I think it was its leg. Oh, no. I don't know, mate. It was weeing through it. Do you know what I mean? You say it, but it's pretty scary for a kid. My eldest hasn't had a hot dog since. I think it's stuck in her brain, you know. And I think, because my eldest, Olivia, she's vegetarian, and that I think that visit to the farm was when she first decided to be a vegetarian, you know. I think she did. I think she made the connection between the animals and the food on her plate. You know, either that or it was that horse cock, wasn't it? It was one of the two. But interestingly, when we get out of all this pandemic, I think that we'll be back on things like processed meat and stuff. We'll be back on that. And we'll be back on things like, you know, because this is the things people, if you think about the processed meat, that's going to be classed as cigarettes at some point. You know, they're going to outlaw it. There'll be people vaping Cumberlands. Do you know what I mean? Trying to wean themselves off with patches of wafer thin ham or something. You know, there'll be sausage shelters outside the pubs. Blokes just coming up to you in trench coats going, "Look, mate, here. Do you want to buy a griddle? Do you want to buy a griddle?" And I tell you, here's the thing as well. I think we'd all be vegetarian if we had to hunt our food ourselves. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We definitely would, wouldn't we? Because I am lazy. And imagine that, you get in from work, right, and your wife says to you, "You don't take your shoes off, mate." What? You've got to go out and spear a wildebeest for tea. That's what you've got to do, mate. Don't sit back, my friend. You're going to be chasing cattle in your tie. That's where you're going. Interestingly, I mean, I'd start looking, you know, eyeing up the family dog. If that was, and we haven't got a dog, so it'd be next doors, you know. But interestingly, in America, because we have got people watching from America, we've got Kelly Agent. He's in Texas.
Yeehaw.
Now, yeah, she's in Texas, man. Now, these people, right? I know that there are people, right, in Texas and in America who live off roadkill. I watched a documentary. They live entirely off roadkill, right, which is incredible, right? I mean, that's fine for main course, isn't it? It's stuff that they find, Gemma, ethically at the side of the road. Fine for main. Once if you want a bit of a pudding, a bit of a sweet tooth, yeah, you're walking hours through the woods looking for a lemon meringue pie that's been hit by a bus. You're never going to find one. But I'm going to give you some more updates this week. I'm going to give you some more updates. We've got because we've got a WhatsApp group where we are. I think I've mentioned it before. We've got a WhatsApp group, and it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, right? Because people on there, it's beautiful. People are always like helping each other out, right? And this week it's been amazing. This week it's all about baking, Gemma.
Oh, yes.
It's all about the bacon, and we're getting like 2:30 a.m. cries for yeast. I need some yeast! I need some yeast! People asking, honestly, it's like the most middle-class drug deal I've ever... I just need 50 grams of self-raising, Karen. I can't. I've got to get these scones done. I'll leave it on your bin. I'll pop it in your plant pot. Honestly, there's people walking up our street right now with bags of powder. Up and down with bags of powder. I don't know if they've got them inside themselves. They might have. I don't know. If the police came down here, all these would be doing 30 years. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. Because going to the shop now is a very strange experience, right? Going to the shop, right? Because here's the thing: is there's that paranoia. I mentioned it other week about the distancing. Now it's like. It's a very strange, just because when you go and buy the essentials, you want them to be the essentials. So every time I go now, I'm buying milk and bread, even if we don't need it. We're drowning in the shit, honestly. Because the thing is, you don't feel like you can go in there and buy what you really want, which is, you know, a bottle of vodka and some chocolate. That's what you really. Well, you can't do that, so you have to come out with bread and milk every time, because people will judge you. And I saw a member of staff today wiping the ham packets. If I'd have said to her in January, in March, in April, love, you're going to be wiping some ham with a J-cloth, she'd have gone, "Get out, you're insane. You've got a lunatic." I says, "Well, but you'll be disinfecting the baby bells. That's what you'll be doing." It's all gone weird. And I tell you what it has solved, though. I think the shopping experience is better. I think it's better. God, we've got loads of people here. You need a bigger shed. Thank you so much. Sorry about the tech issues at the start, everyone. I'll get that sorted. We're just carrying on though, Gem, innit?
You just carry
Show goes on,
Shows
baby.
go on.
The show goes on, whether we've
This
got
is
a
real.
whether
This
we've
is
got a
real.
border or not. Hello from Stafford, everyone. The only problem is I won't get any
I
contributions.
know your OCD will be bothering you.
It's bothering me. She knows in my head I want to stop and put that border back on, but I can't.
Leave it.
I can't. I've got to leave it. Right. So here we go. Right.
Oh, God.
It has changed the shopping experience. It has changed it completely because I'll tell you why. When I used to go shopping, the people that were a little bit, you took Mickey. I'll tell you who did take the Mickey. The people who used to eat their shopping before they got to the till. These people, they're just dipping it. What's wrong with them? I used to watch them like they're just scanning through half-eaten stuff. I mean, are they so weak and feeble they think they're not going to make it? I mean, it's just a gentle jaunt round the frozen food aisle, innit? They're not scaling the north face of the Eiger. Do you know what I mean? What are they doing? Oh, John, you've seen him. Stop, love. Feel really weak. Quick. Open them what's it. No one's looking. I need a little boost before the microchips. So you've seen that, and it doesn't apply to any other products, does it? Like try before you buy. I mean, in the past, I've suffered from piles. Do you know what I mean? But do you know? Honestly, but you never saw me in the middle of Sainsbury's, bent double, road tested a bit of Anusol out. You using the Rimmel stand as a mirror. I never did that. It's the self-control. And this is what this episode's about: the impulse buying, the self-control. I think we had the panic buying at the start, and now I think we're calming down a bit. But I think there's still a few. I'm going to come on to some cracking purchases we're making. We're losing our minds in other ways. Like, here's what I've noticed. Right, I was in the supermarket. Oh, I must tell you this because there's a strange use of language going on advertising. I noticed this today. I walked past an advert that said, "Hey, why not try Helena's new cheeky tortilla quiche?" How can a quiche be cheeky? That makes no sense. It's baked goods, isn't it? How can a quiche be cheeky? What? The only way that would make sense is if you walk past that quiche, it whistled you back over, lifted up its skirt, blew you a kiss and said, "Don't tell anyone." But I'm actually a flan. It says, "Bake me for 45 minutes, but I'm ready any time you want, big boy." That'd be one cheeky quiche. I tell you, there's been some great topical news this week as well. What are you doing? Are you laughing at? I've just nudged a pen over.
Yeah.
Gemma's laughing at me. Calamity here.
Oh,
There's been some fantastic topical news, and this is local news. We have got people watching from Belper.
Yes!
Yeah, we got people watching from Belper. I love feeding the animals, but you do pay twice. Do you see, Liz? You won't do it again. Next up, comedy watching. Fantastic.
Yeah!
Sorry about the intro, guys. This pressure got to me. The pressure got to me, guys.
Why are you looking
I
down
don't know.
there?
I don't know why. I was looking at their comment, but there's no camera down there.
Oh, good lord.
Anyway, what I was going to say, yes, there's some local news. Now, we're all doing the clap for the NHS, Gemma, but in Belper, near us, they're doing something different. What they do at 6:30 every night, they moo. They moo like cattle, ladies and gentlemen. They moo. It's brilliant. It's called the Belper Moo, right? Now, if you don't know Belper, it's gone big on 5 Live on Facebook, right? If you don't know Belper, they've got a Mr. Potato Head statue in the town. So take from that what you will with the mooing. Because I've been to Belper, and I'll be honest, I think they were mooing before the pandemic. I think it was a cry for help. There's been one resident who's got in trouble, though, Jem, because he misread it. He thought they said mooning. So every night he's been mooning for the NHS, which has been saying. Do you know, it must be weird for cows all around the area. You can hear these people mooing, just looking at each other going, "Can you hear that? Can you?" There was a time when we thought we were mad. Listen to them. And some people are getting really into it, right? A man started wearing a bell around his neck, spends all day in his garden all fours chewing the grass. Every morning he gets milked by his own wife. His method mooing, he is. Everyone joins in, Gemma, though, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, apart from the vegans. They have a minute's silence and tut. That's what they do. Here's a quote, right? Becky Farrell said, "People in the town would talk about this for years," right? I'm not sure they will. I think this is a moment of madness, self-isolation madness. I don't think they'll start, "Here, do you remember? Do you remember when we used to moo? Do you remember? Just keep your voice down. I'm trying to take out this man's spleen at the moment. I'm a professional man. I never mooed him. You were one of the chief mooers." You made a moo. You made a moo trumpet. I don't know what a moo trumpet is, but I want one. And we're going. Have you done your exercise? That's the thing. Has people been doing their exercise? Because it got 133 people watching, darling. Fantastic. Have you been doing your exercise? Because I hope you have, right? Because this is the thing that I've noticed. We're living for that daily walk out, aren't we? The prison exercise, I like to call it. Now, here's the problem. We've got a 4-year-old. Now, if you know 4-year-olds, going for the walk with them, you might as well not bother. Because it's absolutely... They go so slow, don't they, love? Right? And I get it. She's experienced stuff for the first time, but I've seen it all. Right? It's a rerun for me. It's literally, she stops by every cigarette butt. Every petal on every flower. Honestly, if it's sunny, right, and there's a shadow, it's the whole day gone. The other day we were out for a walk and I saw a packet of quavers blowing along the curb and I was jealous because they were moving quicker than we were. Do you know, honestly, it's like, sometimes like she'll be there, come out on the drive. Look, Daddy, look. Look, Daddy. Look. It's a butterfly. It is, isn't it, sweetheart? And when we came out here this morning, that was a caterpillar. It's been 2 hours and we're still on his driveway, mate. And she's lazy, man. She's lazy. She just doesn't want to walk, right? So we drag her on the scooter. Have you tried dragging a 4-year-old on a scooter? They're like that, Jem, aren't they? They look like a cowboy with an Indian through it. A cowboy. I can't speak tonight. A cowboy. That starts discombobulating me. They look like cowboys with arrows through the backs, just slumped on the horses. So we're pulling her along. She's like that, isn't she, Jem? She's like that. Just... Honestly, dragging that dead weight for 1.5 miles is not fun, man. But what's the alternative with a toddler? You can't, if you put them in the pram, fatal. Fatal, right? Because because they're straight to sleep, right? And this is the thing, right? She's gone. She literally only has to have a 2-minute nap, that kid. She has to do a long blink and then she's up for a month. Do you know what I mean? She honestly, and keeping him awake is so hard. You can't. Sophia, look, it's a pigeon. She don't give a shit about a pigeon. Don't go to sleep, Sophia. Let me rub this speed into your gums. Come on. Because you know, right, with your partner, if you take your kid out and you let them sleep, that's the best way of paying those people back. If you had an argument, what you need to do, don't shout, don't scream, don't slam doors, just say, I'll take the toddler out for a walk. Set up their pram, put on their favourite audio book, give them a bit of cowpole and let them snooze those miles away. Because that kid will then be up for a month. Do you know what I mean? And you can put your headphones in and go to sleep. It's 1-0.
Oh, now we know.
Yeah, now we know. And your thing is, I thought as well, do you know, Sophia, she's 4, right? She's not even making memories. Thank God at the moment. But really, think about it, right? Your kids aren't you're wasting your time. You are literally pissing in the wind until they're 7. Do you know that? All that money you're spending, all that shit. That's why when you take them on holiday, you get a free child place. They're not doing you a favour. Because you might as well take a cushion with you, mate. They're getting the same out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like honestly, you could leave that kid under the stairs. Bear with me, right? Like Harry Potter, foraging for scraps, right? And as long as you turn up at their 6th birthday party with a smile and a Build-A-Bear voucher, you've rescued it. Honestly, you have because I remember she was 2 years old. I don't know if I've told you this story. We were in the supermarket in the frozen food aisle. She pointed at another man and said, "Daddy." And I thought, is that how much I mean to you, mate? Is that how much of an impact I've had in 2 years? That you could another man can waltz in with his lasagna and take over. Well, I tell you what, I'll swap him. He can have you, I'll have that lasagna. Right? Because that's a 3-minute commitment, you're 18 years. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing is, at least I can leave that lasagna to stand for a minute. Here's your thing, time, every day, right? Every day is you're wasting so much time, right? If I think about this, right, Gemma, I have been moving the same toys from the same patch of carpet back and forth for, God, 10 years now. And I'm going to be on my deathbed one day, and so I'm going to say to the doctor, please, I just want to see one last sunset. And he's going to go, oh, mate, you shit out of luck. Sorry, you used those hours giving Iggle Piggle a lift from the toy box and back. You've wasted it, mate. Oh. Here's the thing, right? I'm still annoyed about that banner. This is my OCD. I know I've got to let it go. I'm gonna have to put it. I'll put it on in YouTube, and then Facebook is just as it is, isn't it? There you go. I've solved the problem. Sorry, everyone. It's my inner monologue. I'm feeling like this shed now is trapping me. I feel it's smelling. I feel like I'm having a breakdown. Here's the thing, right? Gemma, you know Gemma, she's been running every day, right? Fantastic.
Not every day.
Nearly every day. Come on, accept. You've been doing it for the purpose of a joke, you have.
Okay, every day.
Work with me, love. I'm struggling in. I'm talking into an airbrush. Is that on? So, like, she's been running every day, right? And I know what it is. She says it's to keep fit. It's not. It's because she wants that little holiday away from the family, a little moment for herself. Because I see when I used to do comedy clubs, but before the world ended, right? I used to see parents, right? Some of them didn't even enjoy the night, Jen. They just enjoyed sitting in the dark for a bit. It was like a spa weekend. You used to see them just huddled in the corner. Oh, this is so good. Oh, does this have to end? Just keep talking. And I know, because sometimes, right, we all feel this. Be with me on this. I know you're all good parents out there. You're all good parents. I know you're good parents. I mean, some of the people on here are questionable. However, a lot of you are good parents, right? And I know, like, you'll be walking up the street, right? And he's done it to me, and you can hear the chaos ahead. Screaming, shouting, doors slamming, and you just think, please don't be my house. Please don't be my house, right? And then you get there and it is your house. But you walk towards it because you're a good man. You walk towards the danger like a hero to ground zero. And just before your hand touches the handle, there's a moment where you think, why am I going in here? I am happy now. This all changes once I press down on that lever. And it takes all your willpower, all your strength to not back off into your car, open the door, recline the seat, and go and find some traffic to get stuck in. It really does. And this is the thing, right? We love our children. We love our children. We all love our children. They're fantastic. Our two are amazing. They're in there now, setting fire to the house. And they're wonderful like that. But this is the thing, right? I've noticed, like, people need to be honest about children, because they can ruin your life way more than smoking and drinking. That is the fundamental. Kids can, man. They change it forever. But there are warnings on the packaging when you buy cigarettes and alcohol. They should do that on stuff you buy when you're trying to get pregnant. Give you a warning. It's no good afterwards, is it? No, something like on the back, pick up a packet of folic acid in Boots, and on the back, right, is a picture of a couple having a lie-in. Just snuggling up like that, watching what they want on telly. The clock says 11:30. That would make you think twice, that shit, wouldn't it? And I mean, we love our kids. Like I said, we love our kids, but I know we're fighting sometimes for that moment away. Like this is the thing, right? We'll run out of nappies, right? And as soon as it's announced, it's a race to see who can abandon their responsibilities the quickest. It really, just like I'm like, I'll get them. No, I'll get them. Honestly, Jenna's got me in an headlock. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get my shoes on. I've got the keys. She grabs my wallet. You won't get anywhere without this. So I don't give a shit. I'll steal them. I will get a criminal record for 20 minutes away, honestly. And you sort of, you run off. She shouts through the letterbox, well, don't be too long, love. And you do enjoy that week away. Always take your passport when you nip to the shops. Oh God. We've got 131 people here. Thank you so much. What's people saying here? Careful, you might get mugged. What's this? Oh, people, what they're buying, Jem, is it? Oh, I love it. Yeah, thank you all for your comments and stuff. I hope you're enjoying the show. I had a bee in here earlier. I'm getting a lot of bees in here at the moment. And when a bee, and honestly, this one was big, man. It was like a fluffy Lancaster bomber. It was massive. It just came in. You're like a grandad bee. And I'm not. This is his shed now. I'm leaving. I can't stay in it because they're massive. Why are they so big? And you just know that he's got poison on board. He's got poison on board that can make your face look like one big bollock if he touches it. So you just sort of, and he was just coming up to me like that, just, because he knew I'd had honey on my Weetabix this morning. It was payback time. Basically, he was scaring me, right? And I didn't know what to do. So, because this is a phase that they are practicing social distancing, bees. They don't give a shit. They're out up in your face like that. And I've got hay fever. So I was saying to him, I've got no pollen on me, mate. Do you know what I mean? I was holding up a Piriton. I've got hay fever, pal. I've got hay fever. I mean, what? this is a thing, right? I don't know what you're supposed to do there, like, because I tried to help him out, but he was stuck behind the blinds, and as I pulled it up, he just got a lift on him, like I was airlifting him, just the touch. Do you know what? I called him a dick. I called him a dickhead. Just come on, you dickhead. Oh, I mean, you don't get that on an Attenborough documentary. That level of sort of abuse against the kingdom of the insect kingdom. You don't see like David Attenborough going, here we see the rare lizard. We can all agree he's a massive prick. This doesn't... So anyway, he lives here now and he'll be back later, I'm sure. But we're timed now, Gemma. We've got to do your jingle because get off the floor. Your DVT's going to kick in. Come on. Just announce it at the end. I will, Adele. I will. What's up? Come on. This is a bad idea. Gemma Bennett, everybody. Gemma Bennett.
Oh, sorry. Right,
come on. Right, we're going to do now. It's the first feature. It's Quarantine Quarrels.
Oh, my favourite.
Let's hear the feature music.
Quarantine quarrels, quarantine quarrels.
I thought that'd be longer. You can stay up. You can stay up. Don't. You're covering Patch out. Stay up. Stay down. You don't have to go down. I mean, I could have made a joke there.
Please let me go down.
Can I have that on tape? Record that, snip that, we'll keep that, and I'll play that back in the headphones. All right, bye-bye, night-night. I'll get... Quarantine Quarrels, Gemma!
What, do you want it again?
No, it's quarantine for Quarantine Quarrels.
I'll come back for the next jingle.
Come back for the next jingle. Quarantine Quarrels. We've had... I want to give you one that we've had this week. I mentioned last week about the noise and the noise situation. Right? Well, Gemma had a go at me because of my volume of sneezing. Now, first of all, right, I'm too loud. Apparently,
It is too
it's
loud.
it's not. I can't. This is
You
the thing.
are being dramatic.
Oh, it's not. I'm not. Listen. Let me. Because the thing is, she's one of these
True.
weird silent sneezers. Like this is her sneeze.
Yeah, internal.
No, it's like a Jack Russell clearing its sinuses. Just. Honestly, it's like, do you know? It's like a ballerina's fart. As they bend over in a tooth.
That's so funny.
You tears, I wrote that. And because the thing is, she said to me, she says, "Oh, you're mine, right? I know they are loud. It sounds sometimes I have to string three together, and it sounds like an Iraqi wedding." Like a Kalashnikov just being fired. Gemma loses her mind. She's like, it's too loud. I was like, it's a sneeze though, isn't it? What can I do? And she said to me, you're putting extra effort in. You're making it, you're doing it for attention. And I don't know. It's involuntary, isn't it? And basically I've tried everything. I cover my face. I tried swallowing one. A sneeze. Have you tried it? It feels like your head's going to explode. I think if I ever get hay fever, no, listen. Oh, right, thank you. They're like scanners. If I ever get hay fever, the only way I'll have to cope with it is every time I feel a sneeze brewing, I'm going to have to go out, get to the bin, open the lid, and unload into it. That's the only way I'm going to cope. And the other one she had to go away is here we go. Right. This is the other one she had to go away. The man look. Now, this is a common... I know I'm bad at this because I always lose stuff. And rather than looking, I don't do that. I ask Gemma because her eyes are better than mine. So I say, I can't find them keys. Where's those keys gone? They were here. They were here this morning, these keys. Where are these keys? And then she'll go, if I come down... She always says, if I come down there and put my hands on those keys, you're in big trouble. And I'll be like, they were here. They were definitely here. By the bread bin. They were definitely here. And then what I'll do is she'll get her angry. She'll start coming down the stairs and I'll find them in my pocket. Right? But then I have to pretend to rediscover them. So I'll be like, oh, there they are. Here they are in the slow cooker. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
See that?
So we've got some quarantine quarrels this week, Gemma. I'm going to read these out. The people sent them in. Right, there's two absolute bangers, right? The first one's Rachel Mary. Now, I feel your pain here. So they had an argument about the paddling pool, Gemma, over Easter.
God.
They were like they wanted to fill the paddling pool, right? Now, the husband said, just fill it all with cold water. I love that. I don't know who your husband is, but is he a prison officer? Is he a big fan of the Midnight Express or something? Get him in there. Dad, my lips have gone blue. Happy Easter, shut up. And then, because obviously you were like, no, Rachel was saying, no, we need a bit of hot water in there. And he was like, well, we'll have to put the immersion on. That's a classic dad move. That. I'm not wasting water on those children in a paddling pool. We've got a perfectly good bath. But the thing is, what you do then is I get your pain because you have to shuffle in and out the house with constant water in a wash bowl. And you do all this, it takes about 4 hours, right? You get it all ready, the kids walk across the paddling pool. Can I get dry? Done. That's it. It's just a sheep dip, isn't it? It's basically a sheep dip you've put there. It's pointless. And it just collects flies for about 4 days until you won't empty it and then your garden's like a bad Glastonbury. My other favourite quarrel, not my quarrel here, is quarantine quarrel is Lucy F. Orchard. We argued just before the lockdown. This is her and her partner, I think. We argued just before the lockdown on us being together. I won. I'm now at my mother's having a lovely time. And at the end she's put, ta-da! And I love that, Lucy. That sounds bliss. I can imagine they're playing Scrabble. They're having a cracking time. No worries. So this has been wonderful. And I've also asked... Oh, we've got the next feature, Gemma.
Oh, do you need my jingle?
I do. We're putting them together. Oh. Before you do, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking your feedback because this is what this show, I want to make it sort of a two-way thing, right? Oh. And this is the. I get audience feedback all the time, right? I had one on Twitter once. I got an encore at a gig. I'm not bragging, but it happens, right? And someone said, enjoyed your encore. Thank you very much. If you'd have just kept it a little shorter, I would have made the cut-off for the £1 parking.
Your dad was it?
Well, he probably was. He said, I wasn't prepared for that kind of expense.
Oh, God.
So anyway, you've been sending in we're on to now the question of the week.
Oh, okay, here we go.
The question of the week.
Question of the week.
Yeah! That was brilliant. That was from Big, wasn't it? Question of the week was, what have you bought during quarantine? It's been an impulse buy. Gemma's struggling tonight. She's had a gin.
Oh, God. That jingle is awful.
It is. Well, you wrote it about 10 minutes before we started. It's about as good as my tech setup, love. Isn't it? It's about as good as my border.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Right. Listen.
Yeah.
Katie Littleford.
Yeah.
She's bought an impulse buy, Gemma. Now brace yourself for this.
Yeah.
She's bought a Moon Cup period catcher.
Oh, now then.
Don't Google that.
No, have you Googled it?
I've Googled it.
I know what it is.
I didn't. And now I do. And it's exactly what it sounds like. I thought it was like a wind chime.
Oh, come on.
Why are people doing that, Gemma?
Well, because it protects the environment.
Oh, does it? Oh, lovely. Oh.
I applaud her. Well done.
Well done. I can't. Obviously, I'm on sticky ground here, aren't I? But yeah, it's like it's well done.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah, let's leave that one there. Well done, Gemma. You called that. Lynn Hill. She's bought new curtains and poles to be delivered in 3 days. She chucked all the old stuff away, and then she got an email to say they're going to be delayed till May.
Oh,
so
I feel your pain.
Well, this is the thing. I'm worried how hot that room is now, Lynn, because if you leave a glass of water on that windowsill, you'll give yourself laser eye surgery, look. It's going to magnify that. Either that or you'll burn a hole in your pants. God. Just be careful with that empty... But they can't sleep like that, can you?
Dear.
You're going to have to put like sheets up, duvets up at the window or something. Dear. Poor old Lynn. Here's someone else, Rachel Antcliffe. She's bought a solar... This is... a solar-powered hair for the garden. And I've Googled those, Rachel. God bless you. That's going to be a car boot in about 3 years.
That's great.
What did you else? Do you get a free battery-powered hedgehog with it?
I think that is brilliant.
It's just, do you know what? It's quite charming. It's a rabbit with a light in it. I don't know why you didn't just strap a torch to the family dog. But well done for buying that. And Kelly John's agents in Texas.
Yeah!
She's winning this every week because her husband, I don't know what, he's buying something every week. Is this a tax fiddle, Kelly? Because he's literally buying something every week. This week, right, last week he'd bought a trumpet, do you remember?
Oh,
and
yes.
a weed burner.
Yeah.
This week, the man has bought a foam cannon.
Oh.
Do you know what a foam cannon is? Right,
No.
I'll explain it to you. It's a piece of car washing equipment that applies suds evenly with the perfect combination of water, soap, and covers your car
I
to
want
generate.
one!
Listen to this, to generate a thick suds, and you shoot them all over with the power of your pressure washer. And I will be honest, I'm aroused now. I've had a twinge after reading that, because that sounds like a beautiful Sunday, Kelly. It really does.
That's amazing.
Because that's what they use for foam parties. That stuff. Do you know that? The foam cannon, yeah. I mean, I can't go for it because my skin's very sensitive. No, don't. Oh, thank you. You found that funny, did you?
Yeah, I just
No, I did. I've got bad eczema. So I remember used to go at these foam parties. I'd go in dancing in my best shirt. I'd come out looking like the Elephant Man. I've had treatment for it and everything else. I had light therapy.
Yeah.
Light therapy. I had to put a sock over my.
Yeah, keep your eye on the time.
Yeah, and it made it look like a little hostage. It was quite sad.
Dear.
Anyway, so they've bought stuff like that. Fantastic. I've been looking online. I know we're times running, but we had that problem at the start, didn't we? So, the thing, impulse buys are normally done drunk. Do you know this, Gemma?
Yes.
There's a multi-million-pound industry of people who buy things when they're drunk. Basically, the worst thing you can do, right? Honestly, there's nothing more lethal than a bottle of vodka, a credit card, and a broadband connection, right? Because there's an argument for laptops having breathalyzers on them, right? Because some of the stuff people buy is amazing, right? Because I know there's people there going, this doesn't apply to me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You sat there on your Kim Kardashian beanbag. Wearing your Hulk Hogan t-shirt and playing your miniature bagpipes. It does apply to you. Because they're ordering stuff, right? And it's like playing past the parcel with the Amazon delivery driver. You don't know what you're going to get. You forget you've ordered it. Here's my top 3, Gemma. Let me tell you, right, these are amazing, right? Let me just show you that. Look at that.
Oh, what?
It's a cat shower curtain, everybody. I mean, that is like living in the 70s, isn't it? I mean, that is like on acid. I'd love for Gemma to come home and find that on the side of the bath. Someone's actually bought that in the middle of the night, hammered. My second favourite one, Gemma, there's only 3, is this one. This takes some explaining. This is top hats for your pet toad.
What?
Look. But the woman on here said, I was meant to buy one, and I bought 100. Now, so many questions here. Why do you need one? Why do you even need any top hats for your thing?
Could you use that on a different pet?
What, a top hat?
Well, you could put it on a hamster.
You try to put it on a goldfish, but it'd keep moving. You could put a top hat on an hamster. I've changed my mind now.
You've got to balance 20p on a lemon in a bar.
Yes, well, I mean, I mocked this, but obviously, I mean, it looks like the worst musical of all time with that toad. But I still reckon it's better than Cats.
Oh,
The latest Cat, have you seen that, man? Even to this day, James Corden still sleeps in a litter tray. Is that traumatised? Someone said to me that Judi Dench doesn't read scripts and she just accepts them. I didn't believe that till I saw the Cats. I reckon that's probably true. But and my favourite purchase, I've saved it till the end. Here we go. This is, beautiful, right? This is a full-size cutout of Danny DeVito. Oh, God, look at that. Thing is, though, he's only 4 foot, so they just put it through the letterbox. They didn't even fold it. Little Danny DeVito. A cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito. I love that. Oh, man. But I want to tell you briefly, before I ring Roy and Manx, which I'm going to ring in a minute, I think that the impulse buys, the person I know does this the most. It's all about getting the deal. Getting the deal is the exciting thing, isn't it, Jen?
Yeah.
And the person who I know does that is my dad, Roy, right? Because first of all, he's a Yorkshireman. Now, what you need to know about Yorkshire people is that they love a bargain, isn't it, Jen?
Oh,
bargains,
king
bargains,
of the
king of the bargains, that man is, honestly. He'll often ring me, and I know it's him, because he'll pick up the phone. I'll pick up the phone and he'll be like, do you like Muller Rice? That's how he starts, right? Do you like Muller Rice? It's all right, Dad, why? Lidl, 3 for 2, thank me later. That's it. It's not a phone call, it's just a low-budget Groupon, isn't it? And this is the thing, he's obsessed with it. He won't pay full price for anything. Like he's lived in Yorkshire most of his life, right? He couldn't tell you the best restaurants. All his life. He couldn't tell you the best restaurants. He couldn't name a single cultural landmark. But he can give you a list of all the local petrol stations that still do free air. And that is... Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's an uncanny skill. He's like Rain Man,
proud of that.
He's proud of it. Once, he had a puncture and he had to use a garage that charged for air.
Oh, you are joking.
So he did what any Yorkshireman do. He rang my mum and got her to bring her car down. And he went through in a convoy. Come on, Margaret, it's 20p. Put the bikes in the boot, the beach balls, the lilos. Stick the paddling pool in. We'll inflate that as well. He's an incredible man, and this is why a Yorkshireman will never use a phone sex line. Do you know, like the babe station thing, late night, she'll like be there on the bed like that. Tell me what you want. It's a bit like this, talking to a webcam. Tell me what you want. I'll do anything. What, like anything? Anything, just say it. Oh. Will you ring us back, love? It's never going to work, is it? But he's because this is the thing about him, right? I'm going to tell you one story, and then I'm going to ring my parents. They're waiting at the other end of the phone, Roy and Max. Because my dad, like, there was a shopping centre near them, and there was Patisserie Valerie. Now my dad used to—that's the way the northern people say it. Patisserie Valerie, like that. That's the name of the woman that owns it, Jen. Valerie runs it. She's cracking with her sister Julie. Oh. Anyway, he used to go every day, and they'd walk through, and it was when it was just about to close. It was about 5:30 at night, and he'd walk up to the counter and he'd say to the lad, "What's happening with all these cream cakes, son?" He said, "Oh, I've got to throw them away. You know, health and safety. I can't." What, they're going to go in the bin? He's like, "Yeah, unless someone, offers to take them." "Oh, I couldn't do that, mate. There's a whole counter here. That's greedy." "Well, no, I mean, it's all they're going to get." "Margaret! Bring in the cool boxes, love. We've got him. He brought 3 in. Filled them up. And then we went round. This is true, isn't it, love? We went round, and he said, "Was anyone like a luxury cake from Patisserie Valerie?" And he got them, and they've all been smashed together in this cool box. Honestly, I had a bent nutmeg finger. And a broken cream or put the little doily underneath. This is what I'm talking about. But it's almost become now a social issue. Because before all this pandemic happened, we went for a carvery with my dad. Now, I'm going to explain to people what that is. Well, you know what a carvery is, don't you? I don't know if Kelly does in America. Do you have that sort of thing? Probably do, don't they, Jen?
I should think so.
What it like? So basically, my dad went, and he can't control himself. Because it's not a meal. It's a challenge. He has to get as much food on that plate as he possibly can. He's the expert. He's like a Jedi master. I mean, we call him Toby-Wan Kenobi. That's what we call him now. And I've never seen a man so focused. He stands there in the queue, just getting stressed like that. "You all right, Dad?" No, feeling the tension. "Look at all these amateurs. I'm surrounded by amateurs." "What do you mean?" "You can get double what they've got on them plates there." "Never start with broccoli as a base layer, son. Remember what I've taught you. First job, you've got to get your meat on. That's your foundation. New potatoes, put them round the outside like a retaining wall. Mash, that's a good mortar. Then I'll hold it all together. Put that veg on top. Press your carrots into the mash like cladding. Yorkshire pudding in the palm of the hand. Just put it underneath your plate. He'll think you haven't got one, you'll get another." You're laughing, but that's exactly what he does, right? And I remember, right? He got to the parsnips, and this bloke came over. He says, "You're not going to fit them on there." And my dad looked at him and says, "You're right, mate. I won't. Horizontally. Put them in vertically. Think outside the box." He turned round. He had a miniature sculpture of the Millennium Dome, right? And he brought it back, and he ploughed through it. He finished it. He was sweating, and he got it all down. And he was sat there. I was like, "Are you all right, Dad?" He was like, "No, I feel sick." So I'm not surprised. I said, "Do you want to have a look at the dessert menu?" He says, "No, I don't want anything else. I feel sick. It's over. I'm done. I've been greedy again. Get your coats on. It's done. We're going." So I just want to let you know, Dad, that it says here that your dessert in this restaurant is actually included in the carvery price. You don't need me to tell you how that one ends, do you? Diabetes and a gastric band, I reckon. I had to drive him home. He couldn't even get. He was just laid back like that. One hand still holding a Yorkshire pudding. It's inspired me. If you want to know more tips, by the way, on that, because that's a genuinely true story. We're banned from every carvery. It inspired me to make this, which is my very own carvery T-shirt. I wear this every time I go, just to remind me to get my money's worth. There you go.
Merch.
We should do merch, love. I reckon we should get the tech right first. Before we start branching out into merch. I can't believe it. I spent... Look at this. You can see the thing underneath.
Hand-drawn.
Hand-drawn, yeah. I spent half a day doing that border. Worth it, wasn't it?
Are we still on the border?
We're still on the border. Half a day doing that.
Oh, gosh.
I do put cold water in a paddling pool, Matt. But you've got to, people put hot in as well. But if you've got to fill up the hot in some way. That I should have just kept that to myself. Let's check in with Roy and Mags. Come on, let's check in with Roy and Mags.
Turn on the old YouTube.
Turn on the speaker, Gemma. Come on, let's check in with them. Should we have the border on for the last 2 minutes?
Yeah.
No. Oh. Gemma's jingles. Right, let's go. They are right. Good evening.
That's a dog's home, yeah?
Good evening. How you doing, Mum and Dad? We've had the stream has been perfect tonight. No problems apart from me cocking up at the start.
It's been very good, but trouble is we can't find the banner.
I know.
the
I lost the banner. Dad, can you believe it? This.
Banner, but your mother's managed to get a Bay City roller scarf.
Oh, thank you. Are you doing that?
Around.
Yeah. Gemma, stand up because Catherine Nix is worried about your knees. She's got DVT. Come on, you can stand up for this.
God.
Come on.
Oh,
Bit of tension.
I've kicked over coffee again.
Oh, she spilt a coffee again. This is prime carpet, Dad. Go, Gemma. Get up, Gemma. Come on. She's up, Dad. She's up.
I nearly grabbed you. What's it?
You nearly grabbed me. What's it? I've ripped these jeans. Look. I've ripped these jeans.
Hi, everyone.
I've ripped these jeans.
Right.
I need to do Joe Wicks. I've pulled my bottom as well.
Can you just let...
How you doing, Mum and Dad? You well?
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay, yeah. We've been out to do the clap for the NHS.
Great.
Well done. What else you been up to?
Well, your mother made me change my shirt. And we took outside to end it right.
I bet you were wearing one. He paints in, wasn't he, Mum?
Right, really scruffy.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're going out, it's the only night out now, isn't it? Clapping for the NHS. I think it's my. I looked how many calories were in clapping. It's my only exercise now. So have you bought? This week's all about what people have bought. Have you bought anything, you guys?
I don't think we have.
We can't get out shopping, can they?
Well, can they go online?
Oh.
I don't. Oh, I tried to buy an outdoor sofa.
Oh.
You tried. What happened, Roy?
Well, I tried to get it from Argos, but they've said it's not available.
Oh.
Not in stock. So I tried first of all at Aldi.
Yeah.
They were advertising one.
I'm surprised they didn't do them 3 for 2.
Well, and I finished up speaking to a chap called Colin.
Right.
And
I love
he
Colin.
was a really nice chap. He was a really nice chap. We had a real good conversation. But
Yeah.
I mean, all
It's
I
nice
wanted
to
to
talk.
know was why they were advertising them.
Yeah.
Yet when you went on the website, it says not available.
What did you do? What did Colin say?
He said, I can't help you, there's none available.
Oh God! Well, that was a good day out, wasn't it?
That was helpful.
But we had a bit of a chat together, and we left on good terms.
Oh well, that's good. It's a blossoming relationship. You'll have to go for a drink with him, Dad, when this blows over.
He said he'd let me know if they ever got any in. But I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, what you going to play us tonight, Dad?
Right, what we're going to play is a song from the 60s.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
The Crystals made this song, and it's called The Do Run Run.
Oh! Can we call it the Do Roy Roy?
I'd like you, if you can, to join in on the chorus.
Yes.
All you need to say is, da-do run run run, da-do run run.
I think we can manage
I
that.
think we can. I mean,
Hopefully.
on the strength of tonight, Dad, we're probably going to get it wrong.
Yeah.
But let's give it a whirl.
You once told me to say that we're not professionals, and I think you'll glean that when we sing the song.
Okay.
Yeah, neither are we.
So we'll give it a go. So if you can join in on the what I'll to do, I'll be playing kazoo bit.
Yes.
And then after that you sing da do run run run, da do run run.
Okay.
Brilliant. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Right, okay then. Here we go. Somebody told me that his name was Bill. They do run, 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 they do run, run. Yeah.
run, 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 they do run, run.
Yeah, you got my life. Yeah, oh my. And when you want me home,
They do run, 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 they do run, run. They do run, 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 they do run, run. They do run, 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 they do run, run.
yeah, you look so fine. Yeah, don't make it mine. And when you want me home,
They do run, 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 they do run, run.
yeah, you look so fine. Yeah, don't make it mine. And when you want me home, they do run, 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 they do run, run. Yeah, my heart still still. Yeah, his name was Bill. And when you want me home, they do run, 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 they do run, run. They do run, 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 they do run, run. They do run, 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 they do run, run.
That was the best one yet. Absolutely amazing.
That was brilliant.
Phenomenal.
Yay.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, and well done on the kazoo. The kazoo, the kazoo. Thank you. Oh, you were brilliant. You were brilliant. I think we're cracking it now. It's only took 6 weeks. Next week is going to go without a hitch. It's not buffered tonight, has it?
No, that was great.
Oh, but I still.
You're buffless tonight.
I'm buffless. I'm buffless, but I'm borderless. Bannerless. I'm bannerless. Oh, well done. Well done. Love you guys. Look after yourselves.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Love you, Mum. Love you, Dad. Say bye-bye, Jem.
Bye. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Love you. Bye-bye.
See you on the flip flop.
Bye. That was Mags and Roy, everyone. What a fantastic performance that was. I think that's the best one yet. Thank you all for listening, guys. There's so many people commented tonight. We've still got 113 people watching. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Sorry about the tech hiccup at the start. I'm gonna get this right next week. Week 7.
Come on.
We're gonna get this right. Thank you so much, and thank you to the people at Next Up for streaming the show, Gemma, onto YouTube and Twitch tonight. Good evening, everyone who's joined us from there. If you did love the show, I've been so overwhelmed with the support, haven't we, love?
Yeah,
It's been brilliant because I think there's a lot of people out there. We've seen constant videos about they're a little bit what would you say, dour? Is that the right word? Or sort of serious. They're very serious, and I think we're just trying to do something uplifting, aren't we, love? Which is why Gemma sits underneath the keyboard. I mean, it's ramshackle is what it is. But I hope you're enjoying it. If you did enjoy it and you want to send us a donation, that would be wonderful. It's my PayPal address, info at scottbennettcomedy.co.uk. That's SCOTTBENNETT comedy, all one word, .co.uk, and I'll pop that up in the comments at the side. And this is going on to YouTube afterwards with the banner.
With a banner.
I can put a banner on it. Thank you so much. I'm so pleased you enjoyed it. We'll see you here next week, as usual, with more stand-up, more music, more jingles, more of the audience information. Thanks to everyone that sent everything in. We'll see you. Stay safe. We'll get through this. Not long now, I'm sure. Love you all. Good night. Thank you.